All right, welcome. We're here live at the teamroot.com Classic Grand Slam event. Our second semifinals of the day. #1 ranked player on tour, Paola Longoria from Monterrey, Mexico, is taking on our #4 player, Alexandra Herrera, currently also from Monterrey. I'm TJ Bomball, Commissioner of the LPRT. I'm joined here with Dr. Tim Baghurst. Tim, thank you for joining us this weekend.
My pleasure, as always. We're watching the 1 versus 4. Herrera has been #4 for the last few months, and as a consequence, typically has to play Longoria in the semifinals. That makes it really hard. You're playing someone who has dominated the LPRT for the last several years, and you can see why. What has Herrera done to get to #4? She's really improved her footwork and her movement over the last couple years, and we've seen that she's a lot better on the court, moving around the court. She's a shooter. She can hit from anywhere. She's very aggressive, but she's up against somebody who, in Longoria, is very consistent, makes very few mistakes. In her first match today, 2 skips in the entire match. And we'll keep an eye on that just to see. It's so hard to beat somebody who doesn't make mistakes.
Right, and Longoria, I mean, truly has all parts of her game. She's got fitness, she's got great footwork, and she's an excellent shooter. She's also a smart player. And Alexandra, although her footwork has improved, she's still not going to get to as many balls as some of these other players. She is a very good shooter. I love to watch her hit that forehand shot. She's a lefty, forehand shot into that front left corner. That's her money shot.
It's what makes her a really, really deadly doubles player. And she'll be in action this evening in doubles, as will Longoria, by the way. Herrera playing with Mejia.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good doubles team. I mean, that's tough. You've got Herrera on the left side who shoots so well, and then Mejia who just can cover all inches of the court. I mean, she's tough.
One serving 3. A little bit of a loose serve from Herrera. Got punished by Longoria.
The winner of this match will play Samantha Salas, and that final will be tomorrow at 12 o'clock Central Time, followed by our doubles final.
Herrera is where she's expected to be, the semifinal, as the 4 seed. But on paper, she's also expected to lose this match. And this is where, for her, she needs to if she's going to ever overcome someone like Longoria, she needs to establish that she can battle with Longoria. Not a, hey, I made it to the semis.
That's enough.
Now that's good enough for me. I get my paycheck, thanks very much. But no, I want more than this, and I'm gonna show that I want to be in the final. That's great hitting on the backhand side. And it'll be interesting to see. She typically is very calm, right? Smiles now and again. But those are the balls that you think, you got to get that back.
Yes.
A Vargas, a Salas, someone like that will get that ball back and make Longoria hit another shot.
You made a good point. Herrera is very just calm demeanor on the court at all times. She doesn't get too overly excited. She's doesn't get too upset, doesn't get too excited, and that is it's in her favor to do that. You know, some other players need the intensity, they need to yell, and they need to get themselves pumped up, but that's not Herrera.
No, one of the things that she does so well, which I really like about her game, and transitions into doubles so well as also, is because she's not as agile as some people, she doesn't wait for the ball to come to the back wall. She attacks it early. If the ball comes across the middle, she'll step in and hit it, and that serves her because she's trying to finish the point. She's a shooter. A lot of players will back out of that shot, scramble to the back. She doesn't do that.
Tied up 3-3 here in game 1.
The longer rallies will favor Longoria.
And Longoria is doing a good job of moving Herrera back and forth, side to side. You know, front court shot, back court shot.
Jam serve from Longoria. There's the hustle, there's the athleticism of Longoria to stay in that point, and she did something with it. 3-3. Really good hitting from Herrera. She's playing very clean. She's not making skips. She's not making errors. It's turned into a good first game.
That's an effective shot against Alexandra Herrera, pass shot. Lucky bounce for Herrera. That just hit the corner there. Sidewall floor. The ball died. Still 3-3.
That's one of those situations that it favors the server to get that screen serve call. Wasn't a great serve.
Hustle by Herrera. Like I said earlier, Longoria is really going to move Herrera around the court. Herrera wants to be in the front court where she can cut the ball off. Doesn't have to move that much. And she can get up there and shoot.
There's another example. Longoria puts the ball into the back left corner. Longoria's uniform covered with sponsors. It's good to see. It's good to see she is well supported. It's a challenge to other players to do the same.
Tough serve. Wallpaper serve by Longoria.
Down the line, on the right, then the left. A little bit of frustration from Herrera. 5 serving 3. Nice hands from Herrera. She recovered on that jam serve well. Close. We'll have an appeal. Wow. One agrees, one disagrees. Call stands.
You know, from my angle, I thought it was short,
Me
but
too.
you know, blind judges are on opposite corners. The ball looks different from each perspective.
5 serving 5.
Used appeals.
So, Herrera, we talked about, is she going to kind of make a statement? She's doing well in this first game. Soft hands from Longoria. She wants a timeout. She might be talking to her coach, Fran Davis, on the phone during this timeout. I'm almost positive Fran is watching.
I know she's watching. She's texted me a couple times this weekend, so hi, Fran. So, yeah. So, as I mentioned earlier, this is the final event of the LPRT season. We're ending with a big grand slam here in Kansas City, thanks to Randy Root. That's teamroot.com. That's a dental, Root Dental Laboratory is the name of that, of his business. They supply dentures and teeth implants for dentists all over the world, manufactured right here in a little, it's not very big. I had a tour of it last year. It's not a very big place, but it's packed with people that just are busy working the whole time I was there. So we thank Randy for inviting us back here. Last year we were here for a Tier 1, and Randy said last year during this event, let's double it for next year. Let's make it a Grand Slam. We got more players, a bigger draw. All the top players, except Frederic Lambert, who just graduated medical school and is traveling throughout Europe right now.
So who has been watching this weekend, by the way?
I noticed, yes, I noticed. I don't know what the future has for her, if she goes to work right away, if she'll have any time to play the tour or not. But, I mean, we'll sure miss her if she's not around. So hopefully we'll see her.
Herrera is just playing clean racquetball.
6-5.
She is comfortable on both sides. And there's a skip from Longoria. Don't often say that. 7-5. Hello.
Yes, Herrera has taken games off of Longoria before. She's done it. I can't tell you right now. I'm sure Ty Buss of Pro Racquetball Stats would be able to provide that information, but I know she's done it. Good get by Herrera.
Yeah, she had opportunities, and again, the demonstration of get to that front wall, just a split second slow, a little bit faster, and she would have been able to do more with that ball. Longoria switching to a lob serve to the right side. Well, that's loose from Herrera.
That's the pinch into that left corner. That's where Herrera wants the ball. She's so comfortable, so consistent. It's a money shot for her.
That's a great serve. That's a perfect serve. 9-5. 9-5. Two bounces. Good call. So, game point. Wow, we didn't expect this. Herrera looking to take the first. She got it just on the frame of her racket. We'll have an appeal.
I can see why Longoria is going to appeal that one.
So one disagrees, one agrees.
Yeah.
Herrera takes the first game, TJ.
Yes. I mean, why not? You have 3 use appeals. Why not appeal the last point of the game? Why not? I mean, use it. I thought that was close. It felt like that shot could have went either way. I couldn't tell if she hit a racket or if it was 2 bounces, so smart appeal. Players will take a little break here between games 1 and 2. We'll do the same. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, we're back in game number 2. Alexandra Herrera won game 1. It's 11-5. She's serving first here in the pink shirt. Second serve.
So let's see what Longoria does. She was on her phone during the break. I'd like to see her be a little bit more aggressive. Force Herrera around. Don't be afraid to take those pinches. Herrera seems to struggle moving forward more than anything. That's what she's got to get away with. She's got to get away from that of just passing. Herrera is going to stay back and is quite comfortable shooting the ball back. You can see it. She's got the hands to do it.
If you're watching, do us a favor and share this feed so other people can enjoy this match as well. Also introduces your friends on Facebook to Racquetball.
Okay, that's 2 lob serves to the right side, 2 poor returns from Herrera. First one was a ceiling ball that hit the sidewall. Second one, just short. So let's see if Longoria sticks with it. I would. That time Herrera more aggressive, stepping in. I'm not going to hit that ceiling ball. It didn't work for me. I'm going to step in and hit that. Goes cross court twice, gets the side out. That's the shooting. That's what Longoria needs to do. She's got the skills. good serve. Smart shot, Longoria. Raises her hands to the ceiling.
2-0.
Controlling the middle of the point of the court, Longoria, during that play, but Herrera got that ball on the left, and we wouldn't have said that a year ago.
I agree with you 100%.
I think Longoria wants encroachment. She'll appeal it.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll win this.
I didn't see any encroachment. Paula is appealing encroachment.
So both line judges agree with our official Carla Munoz. Ooh, might see an appeal.
Short serve. My call is a short serve.
Appeal lost by Herrera. That was close. 3-0.
Skip ball. Excuse me. Skip ball by Longoria.
Smart, Herrera.
Smart.
Yeah, she's, you know, she's got the tools. I talked to Freddie yesterday about kind of the, I don't know, the development of a racquetball player. And I think there's, you know, I'm generalizing here, but there's two different types of players. There's ones who are racquetball players who develop athleticism, and then there are athletes who develop racquetball. And Herrera is one of those ones who's got racquetball skills. She's got the hands. She's got good shot selection. She's intelligent. She's still working on the athlete part, right? That physicality, that being willing to commit everything to that ball, being quick, agile. And just as she develops that, she's going to be a very, very complete player. But if she's going to develop it, she has to do it now. She's in that window of opportunity. Longoria talking to herself, timeout, frustrated. It was 3-0.
I don't know what she said.
Let me see if I can find
Yeah,
out. That was interesting.
Let's take a little break here. We'll be back in just a minute. Live in Kansas City, Kansas.
We're back in. Timeout taken by Longoria. She was up 3-0. Herrera, 4 points in a row. Came out frustrated, and I think maybe a warning will be coming from Munoz just in terms of her attitude coming off the court. Munoz gives Longoria a warning for language. Giggles. I asked for an interpretation of some of those, and I didn't get one. You don't want to know.
None of the players wanted to. None of the players wanted to fess up.
Herrera finding that left corner. You talked about it. It's her favorite shot. And again, if we go back to doubles, it's showing why she is such a good doubles player, because she shoots and she can hit everything. And if she doesn't have to cover as much court, it puts her in a really great position. She's very dangerous as a doubles player, but starting to demonstrate that as a singles player. Side out Longoria.
3-6.
Herrera has made very, very few mistakes. Different twist by Longoria. Golly, that's just good shooting, TJ.
It is. I mean,
It's clean.
That's what Alexandra wants to do in this match. She doesn't want to chase the ball down. She wants to set her feet and shoot. She's very consistent. To me, that's why she is number 4 on tour.
I like that from Longoria, really stepping in to hit that.
3-6.
Ooh, what's the call?
Replay.
Herrera walks back immediately for a replay. She might ask for more.
She was moving.
She could
back.
ask. I'm not saying she's going to get
I
it.
would use an appeal in that one. She was moving towards the back wall.
No, I think what I meant was I wouldn't appeal that. What I would do is I would ask the referee, is that an avoidable hinder, rather than saying, I'll take a replay.
That's what we were talking about in Samantha and Maria Vargas's match earlier, is sometimes you just have to ask.
Yep. Herrera just hitting really well. Longoria playing a lot of defense. Oh my gosh, that forehand pinch is just on fire right now. 7-3. If you're just joining us, Herrera won the first.
It's a good serve. I mean, Longoria's quick feet, she was able to pick that ball up.
Not that time.
You know what? That was two. I mean, I see how consistent she is with that shot into the corner, but there, I mean, goes to show she missed 2 that rally. She left 1 up, which she had an opportunity in the rally, and then she skipped the second one.
She'll keep hitting it though.
Well, she should.
She believes in that shot.
Yeah, she should. She has enough history with making that shot consistently that one rally should determine whether you go away from it or not.
I think this is a critical moment right now in this match. That's loose. Couple points. 5-7. It was 3-0 Longoria, then 7 points in a row for her opponent. Longoria, so experienced. She's been down before. She needs to get this game, you feel.
7-5.
I say that, of course, but she's come from 2 down before. She's been there, done it. But for Herrera, what a momentum that would give her.
Yes.
My concern for Herrera, yeah, she's pointing to she's holding out her hands, calm down. is she maybe starting to think about it? Rather than, hey, I've got nothing to lose, go for it. Now she does have something to lose.
You know what, though? I say this. I don't think one game determines a match. No matter for any of the top 6 to 8 players, I've seen them all battle back and win a match after losing the first game, the second game. They're all capable. They know how it works. They know they're never out of it until the game's over, until the match is over.
Well, you can see Longoria staying on the court. She's starting to find her way back into this match. Herrera, I like the timeout. She still has the lead at 6-7. Let me just regroup. I lost the last 3 points. Let's refocus. Think about how I was getting the points when I got them. It's going to come down to whether she can just continue to play clean. Mistakes have started to creep in the last 5 minutes. So quiet around here.
Yeah.
I think everybody's just kind of a little shocked.
I know, the seats are full, and there's crowd standing behind as well.
Encroachment appeal, here we go.
You know what, I wasn't watching. Was there a encroachment there, Tim?
I mean, we can't.
No encroachment. Always
So replay is the call. Might be the... So Longoria just asking Munoz to watch the foot going across the line. The issue is that we're at the back. We're not on the side.
Yes.
And so to see body, racket, foot, whatever, it's, well, foot we can kind of see, but everything else is very difficult to pick up.
It's got to be drastically over for us to see it from our angle. But there again, I mean, Longoria says, hey, watch this. I mean, sometimes that's all you have to do as a player.
So it was Longoria who cracked first with the loose ceiling ball, but Herrera has been playing so clean. Hits that backhand 3 feet high.
Yeah, mentally she's got to let those shots go. I mean, you can't focus on those. You got to move on to the next point.
Ceiling ball city right now. Oh my goodness, Herrera indecision. Suddenly Longoria with the lead. It's 8-7.
Might be a good time for Herrera to call a timeout. I don't think she's taken any yet. She took one?
Yeah. She took one at 6-7, or she was leading 7-6.
I thought Longoria called that one.
7 serving 8. Not a good serve. Hits the sidewall. Longoria punishes it. Side out.
You know, we're talking about the benefit of fitness in the last match where, I mean, Samantha, Salas, and Vargas, very, very fit players. They don't have any trouble going 5 games. Maybe a little edge to Samantha because she's very strong too. But here's a match where fitness could affect the outcome if Alexandra had to play 5 games.
So here we go. Game point all of a sudden. Longoria playing much better after her timeout. 10-7. She's looking to equalize this match. Saved by Herrera.
7-10.
Pinch left corner.
8-10.
Not a bad serve, but guided down the right side by Longoria. Game point number 2. She got it.
Did she? I couldn't tell.
Here it is. No. What a long rally. Oh my goodness. We'll have an appeal of 2 gets on one of the shots.
Yes, because I questioned that one as well. All right, one line judge agrees, one disagrees. I know you said it was a good get, but I thought it might have been 2. So it just goes to show like different perspectives.
Right. I want to go back to the appeal system though, in that we've got a situation where there was what, 30 shots in that rally, and then a player turns around and says, I want to appeal to, what if there was more than one situation where we weren't sure? And then it gets really complicated for the referee. Which one were you talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the players have 3 used appeals available. That means if they appeal and it's overturned, it doesn't count against them. But if it's call stands, then it counts against them. So they could have used all 3 appeals in one rally. I mean, there's no reason they couldn't.
But it just goes back to, I want to appeal that shot. Which one?
One, yes.
That one where I was over on the left side. Well, there were
10 times.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And but credit to Longoria, mental toughness of just coming back. She was 3-0 up, and then all of a sudden things were just falling apart, and she regrouped and sticking with this lob serve. You know, if you think about a team, an underdog against a favorite, a lot of times the underdog surprises the favorite for a little while.
Right.
But as the match progresses, that talented, maybe the more talented team starts to come back into it and eventually sometimes overwhelms the opponent. I think that's what we're seeing here. Herrera started well. The challenge is, can a 4 seed overcome the 1 seed by consistently game after game after game playing at that high level? And I think the answer right now is no. We're seeing Herrera's skill levels drop off. Longoria is staying where she is.
Well, I think as Herrera gets more and more tired, that will affect her skill levels.
That's a great point. Fatigue certainly going to be a factor in this match. But look at that long rally to finish that game. Certainly, as I said, the longer rallies will favor Longoria. So here we go. One game apiece. We're for sure going to 4. Our official Carla Munoz confirms my math. Best of 5, win by 2, first to 11 in each game. Of course, doubles is regular 15, 15, and 11, win by 1. We've got 2 of those coming up after this. It's going to be a long evening, but a fun evening.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like to watch doubles? I mean, it's so intense. We've got 2 good matches. We have Alexandra Herrera back on the court with partner Mozzie Mejia. They'll be taking on Maria Vargas and Natalia Mendez. That'll be a tough match for both players, both teams. After that, we've got Paola Longoria and Samantha Salas versus Mozzie Rivera and Brenda Limey. Also a good doubles team, good matchup.
It's good to see Brenda Limey here playing, student in Colorado.
Yes, now she didn't have a lot of success in singles this weekend, but I believe that Brenda is actually a better doubles player. I think she's very good at doubles. She's a smart doubles player. She and Mozzie did very well in Bolivia in March.
1-0.
Change up from Longoria, going to the lob Z. Smart from Longoria, not going for too much.
2-0.
Pushing Herrera around the court 2-0.
Yeah.
Starting to settle down and find her rhythm again.
Right. I'm impressed with some of the gets that Alexandra Herrera is getting here today, but to me, if she gets one, she's probably not going to get the next one.
Loose return that time. She tried to run around it and hit it with her forehand. 3-0. Incidentally, Longoria's gone to the Z. If she lobs straight down, Herrera 90% of the time will go cross court. That's aggressive from Herrera. It's what she's known for. Herrera needs some free points on this serve. There's one.
Tough serve.
More often than not, Herrera will lose those rallies. The serve was loose, and it put her on the back foot from the beginning. Winner takes on Salas. There's that cross court I talked about.
Would have been a good ball for Alexandra to step up and cut off, or short hop. Just right in the middle of the court. She had time. Longoria was all the way over on the left side.
I think Longoria is starting to pick up that cross court. She's covering the left side.
5-1.
It's 5-1.
Longoria is asking for a replay, a
Hopeful,
hinder there.
hopeful replay.
That was a good shot. That was a good shot by Herrera. She didn't appeal.
It's just, that wasn't a good lob serve. Came way off the back wall. And, you know, just because you're hitting a second serve doesn't mean you don't practice it to make sure that it is good. Longoria demonstrating that, you know, from the perspective of a first serve, sometimes the lob serve is a better option than a drive serve.
1-5.
Depending on who your opponent is. I mean, that's something you need to, I mean, again, age of technology, all these archive matches on our website, lprtour.com. Players can go in and watch their matches as well as matches of their opponents. See what works, what doesn't work. If they have a good coach, the coach is probably doing that.
I agree. Every player should have a game plan before the match. In, okay, when we start this match, these are the 3 things I'm going to focus on that will give me the best chance to win. And if I get to, if it's a best of 5, if I lose the first and things aren't going well at all, it's not close, then I need to go to plan B. But I'm going to have a plan B too. And a lot of players, they don't even have a plan A. I'm just going to go in and just see how things go. Well, you could lose the first game because you saw how things went and they didn't go, you didn't have a plan, so it didn't work for you. Now you're on the defensive having to catch up rather than being the one who took game 1.
So we have a timeout here. We'll take a little break as well, live at the teamroot.com Classic here in Kansas City.
7-1. Longoria leads in game 3. Herrera took the timeout. Might have taken it a little sooner. Game seems to be falling away from her. She played so clean in the first game. Wow, that's tough from Longoria. Aggressive. I like it. She's got the skills. Use them.
Longoria kind of running away with game 3 here.
Well, no luck that time for Herrera, but again, it's cross court consistently. The reason is that it's how she's approaching the ball. She's coming straight onto it. And so as she hits, it goes across her body. Three serving 9. Timeout this time taken by Longoria. That's her first. It's 4 serving 9. A good little turnaround in this third game, showing a bit of life, Herrera. And it starts with her getting a serve, gaining an advantage in the rally.
Yes, and as I mentioned earlier, the longer this match goes on, the more this match favors Longoria. She had a slow start, but I think she's really controlling the match right now.
Yeah, I agree, and I think staying aggressive and keeping Herrera moving, running, chasing will always give Longoria the advantage. You know, playing the ceiling ball game, it's a 50-50.
It gives Alexandra time.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Longoria, you know, instead of going to the ceiling, just said, you know, I'm going to start hitting this. I know you're on this side of the court, even if I don't hit it perfectly to the right side. If you're on the left,
at least make her move.
At least make her move and hit on the run, and that's when the mistakes start to creep in.
4-9.
Herrera reminds me a lot of Riveros in that, you know, feet are set, hits a great shot.
Yes.
Feet are moving, things get a little wayward from time to time.
Also why those two players are very good doubles players.
So Herrera going to the lob down the left. Down the line. Replay coming up.
9-4.
It's always a challenge playing a left-handed player. It's just different.
It is.
Shouldn't be, but it is.
Yeah, it is. Although I would say that my home club in Virginia has a unusually high number of left-handed players. Like just unusual. I can be on playing doubles and be the only right-handed player on there, and it happens a lot.
There's the difference. Herrera's got to do, she did well to get there. She has to do something more than just push it back to the front wall. Flick it to the Z. Do something. Well done, Longoria.
10-4.
10 serving 4, game point for a 2-1 lead, Longoria. There it is, skip ball Herrera. So Longoria starting to assert herself. The LPRT #1 says, you know what? I'm in control. You're number 4. I'm number 1. Here's why. Let's see if she can close it out in 4 games.
Really a change of momentum. Longoria seemed to calm down a little bit. She seemed like she was playing really frustrated in the beginning, and now that she's calmed down, she's actually playing much better. So, players will take a break. We'll be back here for Game 4 in just a minute. Welcome back. LPRT is live here in Kansas City for the TeamRoot.com Classic. This is our second semifinal match of the day. Alexandra Herrera versus #1 player in the world, Paola Longoria. Longoria is up 2-1 over Herrera. This is game 4.
I really like Herrera's backhand. Yeah, some of the LPRT players' backhand, yeah, a little iffy sometimes. Salas, we've talked about this weekend. Herrera seems very confident hitting that ball. I should say when her feet are set. Big difference. Great serve, Longoria. Longoria going back to the drive serving game 4. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it didn't make it? It didn't make it?
I thought it did. Yeah, we all thought it did too, even the line judges, but no appeal.
Yeah.
And that's the value, TJ, of having a coach nearby who can watch and say, hey, you need to appeal that. Okay, I wanted Herrera to step in and take that. Ball came right across the middle, and Herrera lets it bounce all the way back and then takes a more difficult shot. Step in, hit that ball, finish the point. Especially when you don't have the advantage in mobility.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I heard that. I didn't see it. I heard it. Skip ball.
But you know what? We don't say that very much in Longoria. Okay, so what? I skipped a ball. That's 4 in the match so far, by my reckoning. So
She doesn't care as long as she's ahead, but she was pretty frustrated in that first game. She was frustrated at everything. The refs calls, skip balls, but she definitely has calmed down.
too good.
3-1.
So the winner of this match will play Samantha Salas in the final tomorrow at 12 noon, high noon Central Standard Time. Tonight we still have 2 double semifinals coming up after this. Vargas Mendez versus Herrera Mejia, followed by Longoria and Salas versus Limey and Rivera.
Two serving 3. Skip number 5 for Longoria in this match. 2 in the last few rallies. Keeping Herrera in it. Except Herrera got that all wrong.
3-2.
Going back to the lob serve, Longoria. And you can see why. It's allowing her to just control the rallies. Asking Herrera, can you hit a good ceiling ball? Too good. That's just great shooting from Longoria. It was a good serve. Herrera just gets it to the front wall. Pulling away in this game number 4. Herrera's not out of it. She's only 3 points down. She just needs some of these free points. It's been hard to come by in the last 20 minutes.
See? You called it.
Omniscient.
Ace serve, hit the crack in the back corner.
See, that second bounce was after the short serve line by the encroachment line. Herrera gave up on it. She's like, well, that's done. Longoria's going to put that down.
Well,
she didn't.
She also, after she got the first ball, she was still had her feet in the same position. She didn't. She's not quick to get back to, say, a movable, ready position. If you watch Longoria, she makes a get and she pops right back up and she's ready for the next shot. Alexandra's very slow to get back up after a get. I was saying that earlier. She will make a great get on one side of the court, but there's no way she's getting the next ball.
What's the call?
3-6.
The referee made no call.
will have an appeal. So what is she appealing? I think Munoz heard me.
I saw no replay. I think she took her shot. She is appealing for hinder.
So, appeal lost by Longoria, 3-6. You talked about Herrera being a very calm and collected player. She is, and sometimes I'd like to see her more animated. You know, let's go, let's fight, let's show my opponent that I want to do this. Let's show some animation, just to remind your opponent that you're in this.
You know what? I don't think it's so much against her opponent, because I like players like Roger Federer. You don't know if he's winning or losing a match. I mean, he's so cool and calm. But
when he makes a mistake, but when he wins a set, you'll see him. He's pretty animated sometimes.
Yeah, but overall,
Fist
he's
pumps.
a very calm player.
Sure.
I don't have a problem with Alexandra's demeanor during the match, but question the referee. Make some appeals. Ask some questions. Make sure you're keeping the referee basically on her toes. Watching for things. Like Longoria said, watch the encroachment line. I don't know if Alexandra has encroached at all today or not. I can't tell. It's close, but I can't tell. But Longoria said, hey, watch this.
Timeout on the court. Yeah, it's one of those ones, TJ, where I agree with you and I disagree with you. I think you have a great point about the referee and kind of interacting and trying to show that almost to the referee that you're watching too. You're part of this match, and I want to be involved in making sure you're making the right call. You know, going back to Roger, yeah, most of the time he is calm. But he also shows it when he wants it, right? When it's important, when that big rally happens and he wins it, you'll see him with a fist pump. You'll hear him with French, German, English, whatever language he's speaking at that moment. You'll hear it, and I'd like to see Herrera just kind of jump. I'm not talking about the screaming or any of that. I'm talking about jumping up and down in the back of the court, showing that you've got some life, that you're energetic. Keep your head up. Just that positive energy rather than just walking back slowly, head down. That's where I want to see her just kind of, okay, I could do this. All right, let's go. Doesn't have to be anything
or even,
dramatic.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Even better when she hits a good shot and goes to the service box, then give a fist pump. I could see that.
Here, just, a little nod. Yeah. Good timeout. Good timeout.
Good serve.
We'll have an appeal. Good serve was called.
Michael is a good serve.
One agrees, one disagrees. Call stands. 2 appeals lost for Longoria. She has 1 remaining. Good shot straight down the line from Longoria. She's being made to work for this match. Credit
That's
her
good.
opponent.
It should. I mean, a semifinal, these, 2, 3, 4 seed ranked players are even 5, 6 ranked players are, they're right there.
Longoria won't win this appeal.
I think the ball was passed.
She won't appeal. I think that's a good decision. She has 1 more remaining.
Oh, that was the right choice, but just, if she had just turned a little bit. Turned her feet squared to the side wall. She could hit a pinch into that corner. She could hit it down the left side line.
It's those quick feet.
Yeah, yes.
Longoria has great footwork. Enriquez as well really impresses me with just small steps,
Yes.
moving around the court. And Herrera a little bit more deliberate. As we said, much improved, but I think can improve more. Went for a lot. She's been hitting those, but now it's match point for Longoria, 10 serving 4.
Short serve. Alexandra took a step to the right. Longoria's serve was short. Lucky for Herrera.
There it is. Big skip from Herrera, and it's Longoria who claims it in 4. We talked about the, can Herrera make a statement and show she's in this? She took the first, but then it just kind of fell away in games 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah. So Longoria moves on to the finals of the TeamRoot.com Classic tomorrow at high noon Central Standard Time. Thank you all for joining us here in our singles semis. Next up on this court, double semi match between Maria Jose Vargas, Natalia Mendez, Alexandra Herrera back on the court with partner Mozzie Mejia. We'll be back live in about 15 minutes.